Hi folks, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to show you a little DIY, make your own case for your controller.
One, finished. Two, finished. Grey silk.
Which hopefully you'll like because it's a cheaper way of doing it, and you know we like to tinker as RC enthusiasts, so this is a way of doing that. So yeah, these things are really expensive. And I have to say, going from a Dumbo RC to the Sanwa has made a huge difference to the feel and connection to the car. So in some ways, they're worth the money. One of the most frightening things, as you'll know if you've made the leap or are considering it, are the receivers for these things are just frightening in cost. But anyway, so you bought one of these and it's worth as much as your buggy or thereabouts. So you want to look after it as you're traveling about. So I've come up with this little way you can make your own case. So which is kind of half the price of you know, if you buy a case from the same place. So using this stuff called shadow foam, you can get it in all sorts of colours. I went for a nice red and black number, and you can see on this it's in layers. So once you cut it to size, you can peel away layers, and you can sit your radio in it. So let me show you what I mean. I've actually done. And this is the other component. So what is this? It's a shoebox from Nike, but it's a material one. Now, I bought these in the sale in just after Christmas. So normally they're 30 quid for one of these boxes. I got them for half price, £15. The shadow foam's dead cheap, bought that from eBay. You can buy it in whatever sizes you want. That's really cheap. So how does it look? Well, initially it looks like that, but you've got a lid piece, so that's the lid, and then there's your controller inside. So really nice compact package. I've got, obviously there's plenty of foam all the way around it. And how do we sit it in? Well, we can show you on the lid, and this is how you can see how I've taken away. How many layers have I taken away here? I've taken away 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 layers, and it's got 6 in the side. So there's 2 layers left there for frontal protection, and then you go deep on there. That's obviously the controller, and then you can see I've just cut it away again. And for the only bit I've had to go all the way through is for the wheel, so that goes all the way through. But of course this is padded as well, and you can see that's where the wheel is there. But because there's so much of this shadow foam supporting all around, and the foam and the padding of this, you know, not an issue, because it sits just away. Now obviously you could do it slightly neater than I have. You just need a Stanley knife or sharp scalpel to cut away. What I did was I laid this down on a piece of paper, drew around it with a pencil, and then laid that onto the shadow foam, and that gave me the profile. And then I just had to trim bits slightly around the trigger, and it sits in really nicely. I've also done it for my son as well, so we've got 2 of these. He's got a slightly different controller, which does mean you need a slightly different cutout, but again, that's the lid. Just get it the right way around for you, and that sits in like that. So this is an older Sanwa, the MTS, another great controller as well. And you can see I've done the same with the wheel here, because that's the deepest part of your controller, and it just sits in really nicely. and holds it beautifully. You know, I found that this shadow foam is actually for toolboxes apparently. You know, when you start looking into things. But yeah, it's brilliant. And the other thing about shadow foam is it's compostable, so it decomposes. Unlike your high density foams, which aren't, you know, are made of like a polymer. These aren't, so it's much more environmentally friendly as well. So to boot, so yeah, you've got that's, you know, with the lid on. These bags have got, you know, zipping compartments. So I've got some spare batteries in this one. They've got little compartments down the side as well. So in this one now, actually, I've got a LiPo battery pack, and I've just kept the original battery pack in the side, just in case. I probably will never need it, but it's there should I need it. And I've only just recently done the LiPo, so that's why I've still got batteries. I've used this twice now, and the LiPo's so much better, because this takes, just a FYI for a MT5, only takes 3 tiny AAA batteries. Last 1 meeting, maybe 2, with those AAAs. Obviously, if you bought slightly better batteries, it might last a little bit longer. This one takes 4 AA's, and I don't think I've had to replace them yet. They're, you know, last much better. So yeah, obviously, as Sanwa upgraders to the latest and greatest, they clearly want you to go LiPo with that. But there you go. And it's padded on the top as well. It's got a handle that way. It's even got a strap on the side. I mean, I think these are really cool. Obviously, you know, and if you really want it, you can use it as a shoebox as well. But yeah, I just think it's a nice little DIY radio case, and obviously you could do it with a stick as well. That would fit in, I think, no problem. And there you go, my little hack for making your own radio case. Hopefully you find that useful. Oh, and if you do find it useful and you do one yourself, drop a picture in the comments, and it'd be great to see it. Thanks for watching, and let's see how it goes at the racetrack.
One, finished. Two, finished. Race over.